And it reminds me, since I got a haircut the other day, my wife cuts my hair, of one thing that I do that I don't think I've mentioned. I might have mentioned it one time. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. My name is Kevin. We're in the Commonwealth cabin, and as you can see, I don't know if you can see this or not with this camera, I have a bunch of stuff that needs to be shipped already. So I've done something that I don't typically do, which is I usually ship at nighttime. I usually do the video and then ship at night and then go to the post office sometime mid-morning, mid-afternoon the next day and then repeat. But this time I did something a little different. I shipped last night. Everything's ready to go. And there's like 11 or 12 more sales today. Not a lot, but it's the morning, and I'm going to take care of those today and then kind of take today and tomorrow and take a little bit of a break. Maybe do some pictures. I'm out of pictures. I don't have much to list. I have tons to list. But if I don't have the pictures on my phone, I don't get to list them out and about when I'm out doing different things. Kind of the things that I was talking about in that video the other day, that I try to squeeze in 3 or 4 listings just by habit at certain times during the day. And I don't have any pictures on my phone right now to do that. So I like to get this thing done, and then I'll get a bunch of pictures. A lot of times when I do pictures, I only do pictures maybe 2 to 3 times a week. And I'll take tons of pictures, and they're all sitting there on my phone ready to be listed when I have a minute. And it reminds me, since I got a haircut the other day, my wife cuts my hair, of one thing that I do that I don't think I've mentioned. I might have mentioned it one time, and I want to talk about it for just a second. And since we have a sort of a slow day, there'll probably be, 5 or 6 more sales before I would typically ship, but I'm going to do it today. I wanted to mention that really quick, but before we do that, let's take a look at what's sold. All right, if you saw a video not too long ago, I bought a bunch of Titleist Pro V1 golf balls, $5 for a dozen, and I sold it for, I can't really remember, $43, $45, something like that. I kept one for myself and gave half of that dozen to my uncle, and this was in there too. I paid $5 for each. This one turned out not to be the best of deals. I didn't figure it would be worth as much as Titleist Pro V1s because, to be honest with you, I never heard of this brand. But it still sold for $14.50 plus shipping, so even paying $5 for this one, those are going to make me more money, the other kinds. But these are going to make me some money as well, even at $14.50, even if it's, $7, $8, but I'll take it. If you saw the video on Commonwealth Picker, I guess it was Wednesday's video, you saw me pick these up, and I'm like, I'm going to buy these just for fun. I said, somebody's going to buy these, you watch. Not only did somebody buy them, somebody who was watching did buy them, and that's Brianna. It's either Brianna or Brianna. I have a cousin named Brianna, so I'm saying maybe it's Brianna, but if it's not, I apologize. Let me read your note really quick. It's really nice, and you left a comment on the video on Commonwealth Picker as well. I remember these. We had a older lady next door. Matter of fact, she just passed away this last year, but when I was a little guy, she used to take care of me a little bit in the mornings, and I'd eat breakfast at my house, and then I knew I could go get a second breakfast over at her house. And I remember her having these tissue holders on her visor in her car. I don't remember what kind of car she had, but it was a giant car, and I remember these on her visor. At any rate, when I saw them, I'm like, I gotta buy these. I didn't look them up, but I'm like, somebody's gonna buy these somewhere down the road. I wasn't sure it was going to be a viewer, but somebody did. So let me read it. She says, "Yay, I have been wanting to buy something from you for a while now. I just can't live without this. I love old random stuff. Thank you for all your great tips and videos. I opened my Etsy/eBay store a while ago to try and save for IVF adoption. It has been slow at times, but I love going around and finding treasures. Thanks again, Brianna. Richens Ranch. That is awesome. Thanks so much. And that's a good story. And that's a video in and of itself. I've talked about it a little bit before and asked some of you out there, I do this so my wife doesn't have to go work. I do this so I don't have to get a second job and be away from my family. Plus, I do it because I like it. But a lot of people out there do this. They have enough income to sustain them. They like this, and it's a way to go out and search for treasures and sell them and to make a little extra money, but they have a particular goal. I want to know what your goal is out there. Tell me in the comments, do you do this just for like a retirement account or, like my wife would like a boat someday. I always tell her we'll get a boat, but I have no intention of getting a boat. Don't tell her I said that. Or is there something else, your kid's college fund or whatever it is, do you use it for a new car, a down payment on something? or in this case, an interesting story like in vitro, which is amazing. So it reminds me, and some of you watch the videos on Commonwealth Picker, I imagine most of you do, and there is a lady over there who appears on some of the videos. Her name is Natalie. She's been in 3 or 4 videos. And I don't know, she probably doesn't care that I say this because I think I saw her on Jason T. Smith's show one time talking about just this. She started doing this to raise money to adopt children from China, and they've actually appeared on the videos as well. The Picker's Paradise video, you will see her in there. So she has a great story and has a great motivation behind doing what she's doing. So I want to know your stories in the comments if you got a second. I've shared one for me. My wife, I actually bought her wedding ring by only selling jeans. Every time I sold a pair of jeans, I would take the profit and put it in an account until I had enough money to buy her wedding ring. And that's what I did with jeans. And I got so sick and tired of jeans, I very rarely sell them anymore. But I still do when they're good profit. I've got a couple more things that sold here that I love to sell. I love to sell ashtrays, so I'm going to show you one of these. And then something I picked up that I almost didn't pick up because it wasn't perfect. And then I figured, you know what, I'm going to make some money on it anyway, so I'll grab it. So let me show you those, and then my little trick to listing more items. I have this one little trick. It doesn't get many, but I can get 4 or 5 more listings in a month because I do this little trick. This might apply to some of you out there, and I want to show it to you. But let's take a look at these first. All right, so here is the item I almost didn't pick up, but I think it was $1. I have to look back at that video. I haven't posted it yet. It was from last weekend. And it is just this little Corningware pot, and it's a P104 6-cupper. It's a teapot. I suppose it could be used for coffee, but they usually come with these little steel lids that you kind of push in there. You can see the marks right there and right there where you push them in. And I'm like, it doesn't have that. It would sell really good without it. But you know what? I picked it up. Instead of selling it for like $15.95 plus shipping, I ended up selling it for $11.99 plus shipping or $10.95 plus shipping. I can't really remember. But I only paid $1. I'm like, you know what? I'll make $8, $9 on that. And it should sell quick. And it did sell really quick. And I bought this at the same place that I bought that big coffee pot, the cornflower coffee pot. So that was a good sale. Here is another sale, and I've been using this. I was actually using a blue one just like it for these stickers. You probably see it in the corner of my video often. And that one sold really quick for $24.95. And I grabbed this ashtray that I had sitting over on the other side of the room and said, well, I guess I'll put the stickers in there until it sells. And I think it's an Anchor. One Serrano, I don't know how you pronounce that. Probably Thrifting 101 could tell me out there, or maybe over the years, Tim, you could tell me. And it's like a nest almost. This one doesn't sell as well as the blue one, but it still sold for $15 plus shipping, and I paid $1 for each of them. Actually, I probably would have found them, but Kevin, Bizarro Kevin, Savvy, Virginia, helped me out, and he was like, hey, I know you want this. I'm like, sure, and he just kept bringing me ashtrays. So I love selling ashtrays, but let me forewarn some of you if you don't sell them. You know, you got to get unique ones. You got to get different colors. You got to do, you know, something a little different, or there will be really, really long tail unless you put a low price on them. And if you put a low price on them, you might as well not sell them half the time. But ashtrays are like my kryptonite, I think. I don't know. I like to sell them, but I am getting a little bit more picky and choosy as I age in this a little bit, because a lot of ashtrays really are very long tail. But I'm happy to make, you know, sold for $15, bought it for $1 after fees and whatnot. It's about a $12, $13 profit, something like that. All right, so here's the item behind me. I was talking about getting a haircut. So I love to squeeze in listings all kinds of different places. You know, if I'm ever at the DMV, I'm probably going to list like 700 things because it takes forever. But I also like to do, you know, every once in a while we're on a road trip. If my wife is driving, I'll list a few things in there if I don't get car sick. If I'm at a restaurant waiting to be seated, I'll try to get one listing in there. There's just different times in different places in my life where I just get a quick listing in really quick, and I got to make sure I have pictures on my phone. Well, my wife bought this for me, and I'm like, this thing is terrific. She cuts our hair. She cuts my hair. She cuts Bubba's hair. She cuts Turner's hair. She even cuts Reagan's hair, although Reagan has gone to get a trim at some other places. And she bought this thing, and I got to show it to you. Maybe some of you have it. It's just a little cape you put around yourself, and it's got this clear area here in the middle. So when you're seated, you can have your phone in your lap and look down, and I sit there and I list 3, 4, 5 things while I'm getting my hair cut, as opposed to just sitting there. So I don't have an affiliate link. That's not why I'm showing you this thing. I don't even know where she got it. Although maybe I should get an affiliate link. Should have thought this out a little I'm just teasing. Hey, that reminds me of something else that somebody asked about. I might as well knock out here really quick on a slow sales day. And that is these right here. You'll see these paper rolls, and they're like $2.90 something. And I tell y'all that I get them at Walmart. I know a lot of people don't even want to spend that, but these are 60 yards long. They last quite a while. At least for me, they do. And I would prefer not to pay anything. You can get different stuff for free, obviously. But I like these because they're small. I just have a paper towel roll back here for this one. And, you know, I don't spend much on these, and I think they're well worth it. But they certainly save me money on using bubble wrap because a lot of things don't need bubble wrap. But somebody asked me where to find them, and I've said it before, and then they said, I can't find them there. Could you give me the barcode? So there's the barcode, and it's Trimaco, I don't know, Easy Mask, 12 inches by 60 yards. They're at Lowe's, probably at Home Depot, but they cost a little bit more there, $3.50 or something. And at Walmart, they're definitely cheaper. They're in the $2 range, like $2.75 or something like that. I can't remember. I also don't have an affiliate link to those. I mean, they're $2 something at Walmart, so there you go. All right, and we have this awesome plate, y'all. We were down to like 4 states that I needed, and this one is really cool. I love it. I mean, I just like the basic ones. Just they're my favorite. Kentucky and Colorado, those are just cool. The Constitution State, Connecticut, we needed that one. It's in great shape. It's blue. I'm so tempted to put it down here because I like it that much, but I think I'm going to use it as a skew because I have like 2 places left that need skews, and I have 4 plates, so I'm going to have to invent some places. I'm going to do a weird one with this. I think I'm going to put it right up here because this area needs a skew right here. But I just wanted to say thank you so much, and you wrote such a nice little note here. Got us the Connecticut plate. Your positive energy and family values override everything negative that's going on in the world right now. Whew, I don't know about that, but that's very kind of you. I do appreciate it. She's an Amazon and a eBay seller, and I'm curious, do you sell on Amazon? Are you FBA or are you FBM or both? I do a little bit of FBM. Glad to have found your channels and enjoy your videos. So thank y'all so much. We appreciate it. And it's from Amy from Connecticut, and there's her eBay store. So Amy, thank you so much, and we will find a place for your card for sure. I had to wait a long time for this retail arbitrage item to come into play here. This was after Christmas clearance at Walmart, and this I got at 90% off, and I don't remember how much they were selling for. So I can't remember. I have to look up the receipt, but it's in my big giant tub of receipts over there. But I know I'm making money on it because it's over $10.41 plus shipping for this one, and I have 4 more available. So I know a lot of resellers out there picked these Pioneer Women things up after Christmas. I don't think they're going to sell very well because there's a flood out there until next Christmas, until this Christmas, and then maybe even next Christmas, because there was a ton of surplus of this stuff out there. But you know what? I sold 1, and I have 4 left, and I have a bunch of other different types as well. I got them so cheap that it won't take me long to make the money back, and I'll be happy when those things sell, even if it is a year and a half from now. All right, have a purchase from Dan, but this one's interesting. I don't know how much of this I should read or not. It says, hey Kevin, first time, long time, from SoCal. That's awesome. Where at in SoCal? Let me know, unless you told me already and I'm just about to read it. A buddy of mine has lost a couple of friends recently to COVID, and I think he could use some cheering up and a little good luck. He has the perfect sense of humor for an Enaman, and he just may wet oh my gosh, he just may wet himself laughing when he opens it. One can hope anyways. If you could please toss a little note in there from you, okay? And I will do what you ask right there. So Don, thank you so much. And or no, wait a minute, Danny, sorry, not Don, Dan. So anyway, we will do just that if I can remember to. I'm gonna write myself a note here real quick. All right, I sold I sold some mousetrap balls, $5.99, free shipping. Make about $2 every time I sell one, and a set of 2 backgammon pieces. This is the cream. Whoop, almost dropped it there, Danny May. All right, cream. By the way, y'all, if you haven't, go to Danny May's Adventures and just drop her a line and tell her you're thinking about her. So anyway, we're thinking about you and your family. This one's the little chip with the marbleized, I don't know what you want to call it. Anyway, whatever, $5.99. Free shipping, and I make, like I said, $2 a piece on these. But I don't know why I still do it, but I can't help it. It's so easy. They're in a little jar. They take up no space. You know, I make like between these two, I'll make a couple $100. a year. Whatever, I'll take it. But don't anybody else out there do it, because I'll lose the small little market share I have. All right, this one is going out to Kim, or Kimberly. It says, I have to have an Inaman 2 for my eBay room. Thank you so much for all of the great information. Watch both of your channels daily. Kimberly, thank you. We appreciate it. And he's headed your way. All right, sold some AT&T phones. Sold one yesterday and have sold 2 today to the same person. So that's always interesting. When you put multi-quantities out there and somebody's watching the item and one person buys it, it sends an alert to somebody else that says, hey, there's only so many of these left. And that's probably what happened, because these have been sitting around for a while. Nobody bought them, and then you sell 3 in 2 days. And this is awesome because these are free shipping, but there's going to end up being like 24 or something, I think, for 2 of them. But they are going to stay under. They're going to stay under 16 ounces. They'll probably go over 12, but they will be under 16. And I'm going to be able to ship these first class. We're in the pure profit on these at this point, and I've just parted out this phone. So I don't know how many of these more I'm going to do like this, but I'll take these for sure. It was $25.98 for the 2 of them. All right, you've seen me sell these. I bought them from an old Amazon seller that was kind of getting out of the market. He sold a lot of Christian religious stuff, and this is Against All Odds, Israel Survives, the complete first season in the package. It sold for 12 bucks. We're literally into it for less than a dime. So our profit is almost $8. Not quite. It's going to go out medium mail. But after fees and shipping, it's going to be really close, like $7.80. And I bought a bunch of them. I bought a whole box of them. I think I got like 10 left. All right, when in doubt, parted outer. And this is an Electrolux. This one's, they got these little knobs on them, so don't be afraid of these wands. They go really large. But this wand kind of gets small. There's this whole piece that comes out. And so this will probably go in the smaller of the USPS tubes. And if you, I have people ask me all the time how you ship this stuff. Get the USPS tube boxes, the triangular shaped ones. There's, I think, just 2 different sizes. There might be 3, but I only have 2. I only order 2. And I just grab those, and I have tons of them in there, and I use them all the time. And maybe I'll put, I don't need those right now, but maybe I'll put a little thing about shipping boxes, USPS, for some of you newbies out there. Get on USPS.com and sign up for a little account and get your free stuff. Oh, I didn't tell you how much it's sold for. It's sold for, I don't know how much it's sold for. All in $26.55. Is that right? No, that's taxes. $24.81. $24.81. And this is going to stay under 2 pounds in that tube. So I did free shipping on it, and people will be like, why would you do free shipping? If it stays under 2 pounds, you can do free shipping if you want to, because there's a control to it. It's only going to cost so much. And who knows where this is going. I hope it's going somewhere close, so it doesn't cost me, 12 bucks or whatever. But it's going to be pretty cheap to ship this one off. All right, that's it for in here. I don't even know, I haven't even looked to see if we have a Homeschool Hustler store sale. I guess you'll know in just a minute, because we'll head back out there. And if you see a little Homeschool Hustler, then we have a sale. If not, we will see you next time. Hey, no Homeschool Hustler store sale today, but one last entry here. This is something I saw at a garage sale. Actually, I was picking through some jewelry, and I found a gold ring there, and I made a bunch of money off that gold ring, but this was laying next to it. And I paid as much for this as I did the gold ring, and I recognized it as Dooney and Burke, and then, of course, on the back it says Dooney and Burke. And I'm like, hey, those things dangle off of wallets or purses or whatever. I'm like, somebody's going to want this thing for something. And so I picked it up, listed it for $5.95, and it sat for like 9 months. But it sold. So $5.95. I think I paid 50 cents. Sold for $6 plus shipping on that. So, hey, that's a nice little $4.50 profit or so, maybe a little bit more. So there's my late entry for the day. All right, I lied. We got one more. First of all, I love these things. This is the perfect kind of thing, that 7x4 that has the bubble already in it. I love shipping those. But Blue Ridge Mama made a sale, and she's here. You want to tell us about it?
Just picked this Ray Dunn little canvas up from TJ Maxx. They had several different things, but I checked on Mercari because Ray Dunn stuff sells pretty good there, but a lot of times in TJ Maxx is priced too high to make any profit. But this was $12.99, and some people were selling for $30, but I accepted an offer for $23, so it'll still make about $8.
Awesome. And there's more there.
Yep, there's more there. So it was kind of a, I might go get him. I mean, shoot.
Okay.
Easy list.
Nice little Mercari sale. Thanks. All right, just wanted to show you a couple things. I had a couple people ask. I know you old timers out there know what you're doing, but since they asked, I get a 1092. I get a 1097. I get 1095s. I get the Priority Mailbox 4. I get quantities of 25, as many as they'll let me get, so I don't have to do it over and over again. And I get my favorite, which is this one right here, Priority Mail Box number 7. So that's what I do. And go to USPS.com, set up an account, and you should be able to get all that stuff yourself, and they'll deliver it right to your door. There's a little bit of a delay lately. Let me know out there if you guys have been ordering stuff and they have been taking longer than usual. Do you see this right here, by the way? That's Blue Ridge Mama right there. That's what she does to me. My buddy, we sold the My Buddy clothes off, and she takes the doll and puts it outside of my window and puts a little note on there. And that doll has freaked me out multiple times, like 10 or 12 already, even though I know it's there. Anyway, hopefully that helps. Thanks.